Okay, guys, we are here with a new visual novel. We're taking a small break from Please Be Happy to read The Head Well Lost. This is worked on by, I think it's L Cute Studios. I was looking at on their Steam page for this game. That's who it's developed and published by. On Twitter, I believe their name is like Yandere, I believe I want to say. And one of the things that caught my attention with this is Adi Rosa, one of the artists and director on Please Be Happy, is actually like one of the, I think the character artist on this, I believe is what her tweet said. I could be misinformed there. If I am, then correct me, please. But I was like, oh, I love Adi Rosa's art. It's incredible. I love Please Be Happy. And so then I was like, hey, I'll absolutely give this a try. Because like, I just randomly saw Please Be Happy's demo, started it, was like, oh, this is like one of my favorite things ever. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just start this demo, see if I like it, and I bet I will, because I love the look of it. Like, look at the aesthetic of just this. Like, this is such a cool, like, starting screen, and this music's so cool. Like, it's so unique, and I feel like it's so good. So yeah, no, we're just gonna jump right on in. Again, this is just a demo, so like, it's not gonna be like a full playthrough yet. The full playthrough will come if I like the demo. And then when the full game comes out, that's when we do like a full playthrough of it. So we're just going to take a short break from Please Be Happy, of Juliet's, well actually, but no, we'll probably be interrupting Aspen's route for this, yeah. Just because I want to get this up as soon as possible, but I already have like a lot, the rest of January filled out basically. So I'm like, I'd have to like move a lot of things to actually upload this. So I'm like, maybe we won't do that right now. Anyways, I also love the look of this is so unique. Like when I was looking at like the screenshots that they put out on Twitter when they announced this, I was like, whoa, this just, like, not only do I like Adi Rosa's, like, art for the characters, but then I was, like, looking at the backgrounds, like, look at these. These are so cool. Like, there are so many unique visual novels coming out. Like, there's another one. It was also, like, had to do with robots. This one has, like, it's not necessarily, like, with a robot. Spoiler, I know what, like, the sort of, like, twist in this chapter is, or whatever, however you call it. But, it was another one that also like was super unique. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think I have it wishlist. I don't remember. I might not. That'd be embarrassing if I didn't, because I want to play it when it comes out. It's just not out yet. Anyways, I'm like, there are so many like cool visual novel projects coming up that I really want to keep an eye on, and this is definitely one of them. So I'm really hoping to enjoy this. Oh, the library's almost closed. That's another shift in the bag. Almost. There's just one last thing I have to do first. With a spring in my step, I toggle the loudspeaker mic on. Attention, Hall Rubino library patrons. The library will be closing in 15 minutes. Oh, her design's so good. It also just looks so cozy. I love the look of like the green, like, well, hang on, my brain just blanked. I'm just gonna call it a jacket. I don't think it is a jacket, but that's what it's reminding me of, because I can't think right now. I love the look of her. If you have any books that you still need to check out, we recommend that you head to the front desk or self-checkout kiosk immediately to do so. Once again, the library will be closing in just 15 more minutes. Thank you. Just as I switch the mic off, a high school-aged kid comes up to the circulation desk. Excuse me. Yes, how can I help you? I hope my smile looks sincere, because it isn't. Oof, bestie, same though. Customer service. I was wondering, where do you keep the book of Mice and Men? I need it for school. It should just be in the fiction section. Oh, okay. You know the name of the author? Ellipses. Of course I do, but the question is, why don't you? It's Steinbeck. Steinbeck. I do a quick search on my computer. It looks like we should still have 2 copies on the shelf if nobody else is walking around with them already. You'll find the book on the 3rd shelf from the end. The end of what? The alphabet, the Z shelf, the end of the fiction shelves. The kid stares at me, slack-jawed and confused. I don't think I get what he's confused. Maybe that's kind of the point, is like to be confused about what he's confused about, because she clearly is. Like, libraries aren't that hard to navigate, my dude. Steinbeck starts with an S, and that's towards the end of the alphabet, so... Oh, okay, yeah, got it, thank you. Do they really get it? Okay, hang on, let me reread that. Steinbeck starts with an S, and that's towards the end of the alphabet, so... Oh, okay, yeah, got it, thank you. In my head, these two were reversed of who the characters were, so that confused me. I confused myself on that one. I joined the stupid kid. Wait, she said that this was a college student? Can I, like, scroll back up? Ooh, I can! Oh, it even like scrolls back like the character portraits. That's cool. How old is this person? Hang on. High school age. Okay, it is a kid basically. Do 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 do. Yeah, no, libraries aren't that complicated. Do they really get it? I hope that kid gets their book checked out in time. After the minutes pass by, I make another announcement when there's 5 minutes left. Several fingers tap against my desk later. Several finger taps against my desk later, I recite the final announcement to tell everyone that the library is officially closed. It's finally 8 o'clock on the dot. Phew, it's over. After gathering my bag and scarf, I leave the library at last. Ooh. I love the looks of this. This is like, oh, like I keep calling it just unique, like saying that, oh, it's so unique, but that's because it is. Like, it has such a distinct style to it already, and that's what I, like, love, because, like, visual novels are obviously, like, about the visuals. Like, if you don't have good visuals in a visual novel, it's like, you probably should have written a book or something like that. Like, I feel like that sounds a little mean, but I feel like you should, like, incorporate some visual novels, no, I'm not even gonna say the majority, just, like, some, like, don't incorporate the visuals as well into using them as, like, a story device. Usually it's just portrait of character, and then nothing else, which isn't, like, the worst thing ever. Like, some people can still use that well, but, like, having, like, good visuals or visuals that have, like, a distinct style or help, like, elevate the actual storytelling, like, that's one of the reasons I love visual novels, is because it is still, like, just reading a book, essentially, but it's reading a book with, like, pictures and music and voice acting, and, like, they can do stuff with that to help elevate the story beyond if it was just, like, a book, you know? So, like, I really like that there's, like, so much already, like, going on with this, you know? I work at the library every weekday from noon to closing. I typically spend my Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday nights doing a graveyard shift at a coffee shop. Latte Night was built right... That's a great name. Latte Night was built right next to the local community college. Since it's open 24 hours, at most times of the day or night, you can find tables full of students on their laptops or scribbling away on an art project that takes up 2 tables. Bottomless coffee, only $2.50 if you have a student ID. Talk about highway robbery. That sounds super nice. For the coffee shop, that is. I guess some money is better than none. Yikes, pretty busy for a Wednesday night. It sounds quiet, but almost all the tables are full. Hey, Francis, you're in for a treat? One of my coworkers, a waiter named Avery, nods at me as they rush past doing a balancing act with a stack of plates and mugs. Great, thanks. I run to the back where the employee cubbies are and crack my knuckles while simultaneously shrugging off my sweater. Sweater, that was the name. I was thinking sweatshirt, but I'm like, that doesn't sound right, but, you know, sweater, close enough, I guess. Honestly, I kind of enjoy the hustle and bustle. The library has times where it's busy or I have a lot to do, but most of the time I'm sitting down at my computer in the back office or at a circulation desk. It's good to be on my feet for a while, yes it is, and it's not like I have much else to do with my time outside of work except take care of my cats. And scroll through social media feeling that wonderful FOMO while looking at photos posted by people who still have their shit together way more than me. But I swear, I only do that a few times a day. 10 times tops. Anyways, the extra money from this part-time job helps make it easier to pay my regularly rising rent and taking care of my cats. This is hitting really close to home. Can you help Clara make waffles? This one table just ordered like 8 strawberry and Nutella waffles. Oh, a Nutella waffle sounds so good. That's so terrible for you, but it sounds so good. Strawberry and Nutella though. Oh gosh. Mmm. One of my other coworkers, the shift lead for tonight, asked me this as I dump a pile of mugs into the sink. Jesus, sure. But you know I can't decorate with crap. Don't worry, they're probably too high to care. Plus, chances are half of it's getting taken home to go. Hey, aren't you supposed to say something more comforting like, aw, you're not that bad at making waffles. Making pretty waffles. Sorry, I read that wrong. Francis, I'm not a liar. You want me to lie? Just to make you feel better? I let out an overdramatic sigh, but I can't help smiling as I roll up my sleeves. Time to get making waffles. The night goes on like this, as always. People come and go. Ooh! Oh. And the music's so good, too. Like, I was loving that loading screen stuff, and like, Again, it just feels so, like, distinct that I like it. People come and go. And I make some really ugly waffles and latte art. Oh, I like the vibe of the music. Same, girl! I like the vibe of the music that's playing on the overhead radio, now that I notice it. I listen to it for a bit, my movements unconsciously starting to go in time with the song. I'm making lattes to the beat. Is this a Dryden song? I ask Avery once I finish the current queue of orders. I think so, let me check. They tap the screen of the iPhone they've got plugged into the speakers. Yeah, it's Dryden. The song's called The Road. Gotcha, thanks. Virgil has a pretty distinctive voice, huh? I don't think I've ever heard this song, but I knew it was him. Dryden is a famous pop group. They started out doing electronic music, but they had a more mainstream sounding song become a huge hit a year or two ago. Nowadays, they've been sounding more and more pop. I call them a group, but there's just two of them. Two guys named Virgil and Ray, or Rye. I'm gonna call him Rye. They give off this real Daft Punk vibe. Rye even wears an LED helmet. Nobody's ever seen his real face. I'm not that knowledgeable about music, but even I know this much about them. After all, it's rare when an artist is able to break past the curse of the one-hit wonder and keeps the hits coming. It makes them way more memorable, at the very least. I'm calling out for who, 'cause now I go back on the road, I'm alone again. I'm not gonna sing it, I'm terrible. Also, I don't want to accidentally peek my microphone. You play, you'll fold, get up and go get it while you can. Not at all singing to the beat, I just started making up my own stuff. I say as if I wasn't just reading on the road again. That's fine. The rest of the song fades as they get back to work and the long night rolls on. Man, I'm beat. I gaze up at the side of my apartment building and see a soft light in my window. I always leave a light on for my cats on days I have to work at latte night. I know they mostly just sleep and have way better night vision than humans, but still, it's still nice though. Anyways, it's nice not coming home to a totally pitch dark apartment, absolutely. I hope the cats are doing okay. I turn on the rest of the lights once I get in. Yep, this is what a $900 a month will get you nowadays. This is what $900 a month will get you nowadays in K-City. My living room, kitchen, and dining area are all smashed together, which I've tried to hide with some curtain dividers. I do get a separate room for my bed, but since the door's always open so the cats can come and go, it might as well not be there. Oh, he's got such big ears! Oh, I love him! He's so cute! He's got those like Pikachu cheeks going on with the big old ears. His tail reminds me of like a rat tail. I don't know why. I instantly spot Phaeton sitting on the heater and use some gentle persuasion to get him off. That is, I push him until he jumps off of it in annoyance. He's so cute. Don't give me that look. You know you're not supposed to be sitting on that. He just sniffs at me, clearly offended. The heater doesn't really get that hot, but still, the last thing I want is for my Cornish Rex to get his butt burnt. Misty, my old Siamese with one eye, is peacefully curled up on the couch. How many cats do you have? My super sweet Himalayan, Cream, is snuggling up to her. Okay, the three. Misty doesn't really like the other two so much. Even as Cream is trying to cuddle with her, Misty is turned the other way. Well, at this point, it's more like she barely tolerates them. It's been so many years that they've been together that she probably feels like she's got no choice. She should know by now that Cream and Phaeton aren't going anywhere, but she still won't make nice. Luckily, they don't seem to fight, at least not while I'm around. After making sure that they have enough food and water in their feeders, I take a shower before lounging around on the couch with my cats. What was the name of the song again? Oh right, The Road. I like that, let's listen to it again. I take a break from scrolling through Instagram to glance at my closed circle app. I almost went into singing. For some reason I thought it was going to be the song again, so I was like, I take a break from scroll. But then I was like, it's not a song. Closed Circle is a newish dating app that gained popularity recently. It's supposed to be more for matching people who are looking for a long-term relationship. I haven't been trying too hard to put myself out there since I had a really bad breakup 2 years ago. I'm over it. I just haven't felt like dating again since then. I wonder if this is going to change anything. But my coworkers have been raving about this app, so I downloaded it a couple weeks ago to give it a try. I've been half-heartedly swiping on people since then. Nobody's really stuck out so far, but it's not like I care that much. Maybe that's the problem. Me. You can only get what You can only get what you give, right? And I'm not really giving anything. Yeah, but if you're not really ready to give, then maybe don't be on the date. Like, that sort of thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with not being ready to give. Just, like, it's fine. It's fine. Rye? Huh? It's not a very common name, and I instantly think of the guy with the helmet from Dryden, since I'm listening to a Dryden song right now. Virgil's the singer, while Rye is, like, the producer, I guess? He writes the music and plays different musical instruments and stuff. I wonder how often this poor dude's asked if he's Rye from Dryden by hopeful fans. Then again, it could just be an alias anyway. Rye's profile is pretty normal. His public photos are full of nice photos of Ireland, though. Ellipses. Huh, you can't see his face in any of these photos. Is he just camera shy or what? I scroll down and see one of the paragraphs he's written in his profile. I'm just looking for someone real. Someone who can be honest about what they actually think. If we click, great. If we don't, that's fine too. But don't be fake, because then the whole relationship's fake. Well, I definitely relate to that. What a nice way of putting it. Rye, male, 25 years old. Travels a lot for work. And he doesn't immediately give off a serial killer vibe. I can work with... I mean, I think not putting your picture in your dating profile gives me a slightly serial killer vibes. Like, it's not the most serial killer thing you could do. It's like 10% on the scale, you know? When I hit the like button on his profile, a message pops up. Whoa, it's a match! Now that you've both liked each other's profiles, you can message Rye. Oh, so he likes my profile first. Well, that's flattering. I've actually never messaged somebody first on here. I don't use the app much. This is the first time I've gotten an it's a match notification like this. Well, no time like the present. Come on, Francis. What should I say? Damn, small talk is hard. This is why I don't like doing this. Hey, thanks for liking my profile. I love your pictures of Ireland. Do you go there often? Does that sound normal? Honestly, for what he put, that sounds pretty good. Does that sound too normal? What do you think, Misty? I tilt the phone so she can see my screen. She lays her head on it instead, giving me a response. Instead of giving me a response, I guess that's promising. I mean, she doesn't say it's bad, unless she was trying to hit the backspace button with her chin. And sent. I give it a few minutes, but then I notice it's almost 4 a.m. Oh my gosh. Oops. Most people wouldn't be up this late, so I shouldn't be expecting a reply. That's when one pops up. Guess it's about time to hit the hay anyway. Oh? I was expecting it to be like, as soon as she lays in bed, ding, ding, ding. Hang on, I need some... it's been a long time since I've had to do, like, character voices, and it's fun. Oh. But it's also slightly harder on the throats. I mean, specifically the dry mouth. Not really the throat, but the mouth. And a bit of the throat if I do it for too long. The next morning, I'm getting ready for work when I hear the unique closed circle notification ding. I pick up my phone while stirring my creamer into my coffee. Oh, that guy replied. Sorry for the late reply. I'm actually in Australia for work, so I didn't see your message until just now. Oh, no worries. Even if you were stateside, it would have still been the middle of the night. Well, also, you're a night owl, are you? You could say that. I work at a 24-hour coffee shop some nights, so I get home pretty late after. Anyway, Australia, that's awesome. Yeah, it's beautiful here. ... Do I click it or do I wait? Click. It's summer in the southern hemisphere, so it's nice and warm. Oh, to answer your question from last night, I don't get to go to Ireland too often, sadly, but my family's from there, so I go back when I can. So you're Irish? Yeah, well, sort of. If you go back far enough, I guess I'm Irish. Can you send me more pictures of Australia while you're... Can you send me more nice pictures of Australia while you're there? I've never been able to travel outside the States. Don't think I've even left the city in the last couple years. But that's not a cool thing to admit. Sure. Also, how do you feel about pictures of food? I get lots of those. I got lots of those. Loads of those. I can read. The food here is amazing. Food photos? I don't know if I really want to see that. Well, see, for me, I'm like, if someone sends me, like, wants to send me, like, food photos, I'm like, yeah, you know, if it makes them happy to share it, then I'm down, even if I don't really care that much. But at the same time, this is asking, hey, should we start, now, this is like a, should you start the relationship honest or not? Also, can I, how does saving work here? Okay, so we do have empty, we have so many empty slots. Oh my gosh. Click. Return. I guess if I were doing what I would do, I would say I don't want to be negative, because that would be me. Again, if he wants to share it, then I'd be okay doing it. Sure, bring on the food photos. I can just scroll past them. It's that exactly. Like, that's like, I don't want to sound like mean or anything, but some friends will send me like videos on TikToks and like, they're like never funny, but like they enjoy sharing it with me. So I'll still like give them a quick watch, and if they're boring, then I'll just kind of skim past them really quick. Because it's like, it's not like a bother. Like if it was something like big, like, hey man, I love going like skydiving and we're gonna go skydiving every week, then I'd be like, dude, stop. I don't want to go skydiving every week. I don't enjoy that. Like, yeah, that'll make you happy, but it won't make me happy, something like that. But if it's like getting a picture, I'm like, yeah, if it makes them happy, I'm okay like dealing with it. Because dealing with it isn't that big of a deal. I can just scroll past them, so it's not like I hate looking. It's not like I hate looking at them. Just the FOMO feels will be strong. The FOMO feels will be strong. You got it. We continue texting back and forth for a while. Well, I gotta sign off and do some more work stuff, but feel free to message me and I'll reply later. I'm gonna say it's getting late for him. Oh damn, it's getting late for him. It's probably nighttime in Australia right now. A quick search online tells me that ride's currently more than 12 hours ahead. Yikes. Okay, don't stay up too late. Thanks, Francis. Good luck at work. Well, that's that. I finished up my now cold coffee. I should probably eat something. I was gonna fry up some eggs, but I got caught up messaging Ryan, sort of lost track of time. Now I've got less than half an hour before I have to go to work. Oh well, Nutella on toast ever hurt anybody? I mean, it does, but also, it's so good. Nutella on anything just hits, boy. Ooh. I hit the streets soon after finishing breakfast and making sure my cats are situated. The city's usually pretty busy at this time. The lunch rush is about to start. Come to think of it, I didn't make myself anything for lunch either. Guess I'll have to eat out later. That's a feel, especially going to physical therapy now, where it's like I don't get home till like to start work until like 9 to 10, so it's like I don't really have time to like make a break, so like it's easier just to, like I hate it because I like stopped door dashing for a long time, and then physical therapy's got me back on that door dash where I've ordered like twice in the past like week, and I'm like, oh, that's so much money. I can't, like, shouldn't be doing that. Essentially kind of things. Thankfully, it happened at a very convenient time where DoorDash, I don't know if this was sent out to everyone, but they were just like, here's like 50% off codes. So like, I was only like $7 for me to do it. But still, I'd rather have just eaten all the food that I bought at the grocery store, you know what I mean? Come to think of it, I didn't have time to make, oh, I already read that one. I like that I said that 50% off thing as if DoorDash would just be like, here's an exclusive code just for you, our precious little bean, as opposed to like that being a thing that most people probably got. Today I have to go through our patrons' book requests as a librarian. I need to see which books are good to bring in based on borrowing histories at our library. As nice as it would be to meet every request, the library has a budget we need to stick to. While I know quite a bit about fiction, enough to know who wrote Of Mice and Men, non-fiction is my specialty, so I'll be doing some research on these requests, on these requested biographies and other non-fiction books that have been requested. Of course, I have to look at the upcoming releases and see if there's anything we want from there too. I can't only go on the requests. I enjoy this part of the job immensely. I situate myself in the back office so I won't be disturbed by patrons. Get out my pocket notebook I use for notes and get to it. Ellipses. At 3 o'clock, it's my lunch break. I usually pack food from home, but since I was distracted this morning... maybe I'll just go to Latte Night. That's the best name. Ugh, but do I want to go back there? I was there barely 12 hours ago. Once I step out of the library, my mind still hasn't been made up. Suddenly I get a notification from my phone. It's closed circle. Finished? How goes it on your end? Rye, isn't it like 5 in the morning or something over there? Isn't it like 5 in the morning or something over there? I definitely talked to some people who I had this exact conversation with, like, hey, isn't it like 5 a.m. there? Oh, can I interpret this to mean that he enjoys talking to me? Yes, that is exactly what you can interpret that as. That's cool. I have a good feeling about him. I just got on my lunch break. I have no idea what I want to eat. Oh, and good job on your work. Thanks. What's around? There's 3 different sandwich places, a fancy seafood restaurant I definitely don't want to go to, Italian, lots of stuff really. I guess I'll go to one of the sandwich places. I don't know how I feel about going to an Italian restaurant alone. That was easy. Yeah, I just needed a reason through all the options. Thanks for listening. I picked the cheapest of the Stop. This is why, like, 90% of the time if I'm ever out and I, like, need to pick up food for whatever reason, I'm like, yeah, dude, Del Taco. I can get, like, a whole meal there for, like, $3. Also, I also just like Del Taco, so, you know, if I have to eat out, then I'm like, it's a good place to pick. Occasionally glancing up from my phone to make sure I don't run into anything. Well, I didn't even do anything. No need to thank me. By the way, did you sleep at all? A bit. I power napped. I'm still jet lagged as AF. I don't have to do work again until evening, so I'll just sleep later. I don't exactly have the healthiest sleep habits either, so I can hardly judge. Besides, Ray's a grown-ass man, 3 years younger than me, but still, I'm not about to nag him to sleep. No, that's the opposite of me. I'll nag you to sleep. It's important for your brain and body, baby. Cool. Now comes the hardest part of eating out. Question mark? Choosing which of these 50 sandwiches to get. Talk about first world problems. Hey, this is extremely important. Please don't trivialize my issues. Damn, trivialize is a $10 word, lol. Okay, sorry, you're right. Sandwiches are extremely important. They are. I'm sitting outside the sandwich shop eating my BLT when I get another message. Ooh, BLTs, they're the bomb. They're the bomb, baby. Oh yeah. Here's this picture I took earlier of a really cute koala earlier. Here's this picture I took of this really cute koala earlier today. He also proceeds to send me pictures of his really nice looking dinner. I looked at my sandwich with a scowl. I ignore his food to talk more about the koala. I clicked it. Aw, is that at the zoo? Yeah, it was at the petting zoo. I got to pet kangaroos and wallabies too. Jealous! He quickly sends me more pictures of said kangaroos and wallabies, fully igniting my jealousy. At least I've got 3 cats at home. Ellipses. I don't have any recent pictures of them. I'd better take some ASAP to fight fire with fire. My lunch break is over before I know it, and so I head back to the library. In between submitting forms and doing research, I continue texting Rai until he finally passes out from sheer exhaustion. It's only been one day or so. Yeah, it's only been one day, so I know it's too early to have a real opinion, but so far I like this guy. Rai's easy to talk to, and it doesn't feel like small talk. He takes nice pictures too. Still, it seems kind of unfair that he knows what I look like, but not the other way around. I originally thought it was because he's shy, but he doesn't come off as shy from his messages. He must not be that attractive. Or he thinks that he's not that attractive. What else could it be than a confidence issue? No, I'd be super suspicious, so she should absolutely be suspicious. Honestly, it's a little suspicious, isn't it? It's not that I mind what he looks like, but I'd still rather know. It's rare that he didn't post any pictures of his face on his profile. It's a dating site. We've got to meet face to face eventually if all goes well. That's very, very true. You can't meet face to face if you don't know what he looks like. At least you probably shouldn't, you know? Like, I know, like, you shouldn't be suspicious of everyone you meet, but people are also messed up. I watch too much true crime stuff, and horrible things happen there. So I'm like, you know, if I don't know what if you look like, I'm probably not going to show up. Because you could be like a serial killer or something, or you could try to trick me into something. I don't know. Something like that. Oh well, I've known the guy less than 24 hours. Like, right now, it's not the biggest deal, because he's not, like, being like, hey, come over to my house right now. And it's like, I don't even know what you look like, sir. That's a lot of trust for me to put into you right now, and I don't even know what you look like. And then he's like, oh, but, like, come over, though. You know, like, those kinds of people. If listen, anyone out there, if people are trying to get you to come over to their house, this is going on such a tangent. If anyone's trying to get you to come over to their house without at least even giving you a picture, because leave us a picture, you can, like, text a friend and be like, hey, listen, I'm going over to this person's house. If I don't respond, and, like, if I don't, like, text you or something in, like, a day or something, send the police, you know? Like, I've done that for friends. Friends have done that for me. Actually, has a friend ever done that for me? No, because I don't go on, like, dates or anything. Labow. Anyways. I've only done that for other people. So, you know, it's a thing. Anyways, But yeah, she is only known for 24 hours. They haven't like had any like talk about like meeting in person yet. So as long as it's like only like the phone stuff, I'd be like, yeah, I'm okay to just to talk without seeing what you look like. But anyways, back to the actual story. Oh well, I've known the guy less than 24 hours. It doesn't really matter what he looks like if we're just messing each other like this. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Over the next couple of days, Ryan and I message each other back and forth a lot. There are lapses in conversation when one of us is asleep or has to work, but this is the most I've texted anyone in a long time. Ryan's leaving Australia soon for Asia. The more the distance between us is closed, the easier it is when our time zones aren't totally opposite. Still, it looks like us talking when it's night for one of us and day for the other will continue for a while. Yeah, I won't be back in the state for like another month. Oh wow, so you're always going from place to place? Not always, but while we're working on a project like this, I have a lot of travel. I'll have to travel a lot. Once the project's over, I'll have more downtime. What kind of job makes you do stuff like that? It's like consulting. I'm in the media industry, so I have to meet a lot of different people all over the place. Oh, so you probably won't be back in K-City for a while, huh? Yeah, like a couple of months probably. How long is it gonna be before we meet this guy? I assumed like it'd be like relatively at the beginning. That'd be so funny if the entire visual novel is just messaging this guy, and then at the end it's like, oh, by the way, here's me, baby, and it's like, okay, roll credits. That's not a deal breaker, is it? I just stare at my screen for a while, gathering my thoughts on that question. If I was younger, it would probably bother me a lot. I mean, we're not even dating yet, and it's already long distance. But at this point, I'm strangely pretty cool with it. I already knew he traveled a lot based on his profile, so it's not like this is a surprise. And I have my own life to deal with. Even if he was here right now, it's not like I could spend a whole lot of time with him. Besides, even far apart, we talk a lot. Nah, it's not. I was just asking because I'm curious. I totally get it. You have to travel for work. And eat really good food. He's very dutiful about sending me pictures of his food. He enjoys it. I like that he enjoys it. Also, it gives us more time to get to know each other. True, true. So, I'm glad you feel that way, really. Soon, Ray has to go to sleep. I'm left to enjoy my Sunday binge, watching shows and eating takeout. Phaeton sniffs dismissively at the styrofoam takeout box on my table. Well, it's not for you. His expression seems to be saying, you shouldn't be eating this either. Whatever, cat. You can't judge me. The day just ambles on like this. An email from Cynthia. Who's Cynthia? I opened this email I just got, and it's a digital wedding invitation from an old friend from high school. Oh, an old friend from high school. Okay. When was the last time I even talked to Cynthia? The wedding's in New York. Yeah, I can't go. We're not close enough to warrant me spending that kind of money on a plane ticket. I'll just buy them a wedding gift off the registry. This is hardly the first time something like this has happened, but I still feel a little crummy every time. Out of morbid curiosity, I log into my Facebook for the first time. That feels so weird. Just having Facebook be dropped like this, it's like, most like stories will be like, here's like fake thing, here's fake like Facebook, it'll be like Spacebook or something like that. But to have like Facebook just dropped, I'm like, that just like shocked me for a second, but like, that's kind of funny. I logged into my Facebook for the first time in ages. As I scroll through it, I see that almost everyone I knew from high school and even college is married and or with children. Ellipses. I don't feel jealous, not exactly, but it doesn't feel good either to be left behind. I shouldn't be comparing myself to other people. I know that. I mean, I'm 28. I've been single for years and I have to work 2 jobs to support myself and my 3 cats. I'm starting to feel call out. I look at my dog that has Addison's disease and I have to work like a lot to like support both of us. Anyways, moving on. If I'm satisfied, isn't that enough? Or am I just taking the easy way out by not thinking about it? Now I'm just thinking in circles. Good morning or good evening. It's evening there, right? How's your day been? It's Rye. My heart does a little flip when I see the notification. Aww. I type, hey, good morning, I'm doing fine. Then delete it. The crummy feeling, it isn't fine. This might be TMI for him, but, well, I should be honest. Hey, good morning. It was doing okay, but then I got a wedding invitation from an old friend, and it sparked a whole mood. I'm guessing it's not a good mood. Do you want to talk about it? Look at him being nice already. Oh. You don't mind? Of course not. If you don't mind telling me about it. So I'm not going to my friend's wedding. It's far and I don't know her that well, so to be honest, I can't justify buying the plane ticket. That's not the problem, I guess. It's just the fact that she's getting married. And then I went on Facebook and did a whole... And did a whole. And a lot of my old high school friends are married, and some even have kids and stuff already. I'm happy for them, don't get me wrong. It hit me all that... It hit me all at once that I've been left behind. They're the same age as me, and they've already accomplished so much stuff, while I feel like I'm just icking out a living. Damn, I just slapped him with a whole wall of text. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't even want to talk to me anymore after all that. Francis, are you happy? Huh? Without thinking about what any of your friends are doing right now. Without thinking about any... I was doing so good at the beginning, now I'm doing so bad. Without thinking about what any of your high school friends are doing right now, just looking at your life the way it is now, are you happy with it? It takes me a minute to digest that. Well, yeah, I make enough to live on, I enjoy my job, and I love my cats. And now I have Ray in my life too, but it might be too early to be saying stuff like that. As I type it out and send it to him, I realize that it's true. Even though it might be complacency, I'm pretty satisfied with my life the way it is now. At the very least, I have no desires to make any drastic changes. Just like the other day with the sandwiches. By asking me a question, Ray is able to get me to think things through and find out the answers on my own. He isn't telling me what to do, but rather guiding me into a choice. Still. But is this taking the easy way out? I'm happy, but should I be? What's wrong with being happy? I haven't achieved anything. Says who? The negativity just keeps emanating from my every pore. I haven't even gotten close to starting a family yet, and I'm not making a difference. I could drop dead tomorrow and probably no one would notice. You know, that's not true. I would notice. First of all, I would notice, and I'd be really fucking upset if you suddenly died. But putting that aside, what do you mean you're not making a difference? What about all the people you've helped at the library? Or the college kids who were able to keep studying because you made them with some great coffee? You've been doing this how long? I count the years since I got my master's. 4 years? Okay, 4 years. If you help just one person a day, then that means the last 4 years you've touched the lives of more than 1,000 people. Maybe it's just me, but I think that's amazing. So just try telling me again that you don't matter. Right. Nowadays, people are so pressured by society to just achieve more and more and more. You're already doing the best you can, and you're doing great. If you're happy, that's all that matters. He's not telling me anything new. Not exactly. I hope that I help people. It's my job to answer questions and help people. But it's been a long time since someone else has said stuff like this to me. I feel appreciated. I feel seen. Right, ellipses. Thanks. You're gonna make me cry. I'm already reaching for the tissue box, but he doesn't need to know that. No problem. I'm just telling the truth anyways. Thank you. Really. If it seems like Rye and I have crossed a threshold of some kind. It's been nice talking to him, but we haven't had a conversation so real until today. A weight's been lifted somehow. I feel like I can face tomorrow with a little bit more pride. That was nice. I liked what he was saying. He was saying some just based and true stuff. Should I believe in Rye just a little bit more? Nani? Okay. So, I think for now, that's probably going to be a good place to end. I don't know how long the demo is. It could be like an hour, so we could be ending in like 20 minutes. It could be like 3 hours. But the way it's going to be is sort of like when I did the Please Be Happy demo, or basically any demos from here on out, is it's going to be like, I'm just going to record the demo, and then it's basically just going to be a part of the series, because, like, why wouldn't it be? I played it, so it's, like, done already, so I'm like, I'm just going to treat this as a normal episode. A slightly longer normal episode, but, you know, it's the first of a series, and I'm really liking this so far. It's pretty good, dude. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. I like the characters, even, like, Rye, who we haven't even seen yet. I'm like, dude, he's just based. He's just based. He says the realest things, and I love it. And then like Frances is already like such a relatable character, and I get like all her struggles. Like I don't like fully get all of them, that sort of thing. Like, there's probably like more to her as a character, but I'm like, I relate so hard to like that conversation she was having. I'm like, yeah, I kind of get that too. Like I'm like, you're not gonna get too personal, but I'm like, after getting out of high school, like all your friends get married immediately and start families. It's like, okay, well, I'm still single. But then it's like, let's not like, if you're okay with it, then it's like, why does it matter? But then like you look at other people and it's like, oh, I should be doing more. But it's like, if you're happy, why does it matter? And Ryan just said what everyone who's in that situation needs to hear, and that was awesome. So yeah, no, I really like the characters so far. I really like the style, the music, everything about it's really good so far. So yeah, we're definitely gonna do another episode. So I'll see all you beautiful people in the next one. Oh, I should mention, I think for this episode, if I remember it, I'm probably going to tag the audio file for it so I remember to, I'll probably leave a link to the Steam page down in the links of this, and down in the description of this episode, and to like where you can actually download the demo for yourself. If I remember to do that, I might just do the Steam page one, just to make sure everyone sees that one and can wish list it. I don't want to put too many links in there because I feel like some people get like turned away from that. So I might just do this wish list one, so then people can wish list it for themselves if they like what they're seeing here in the demo. So yeah, with all that being said, I'll see all you beautiful people in the next one. Bye bye.